Now at 5 a.m., WKYT this morning. After being destroyed in a massive fire, we have an update on the rebuilding plans for the Bluegrass Stockyard.
Waste Management says it poses no threat, but those living in Estill County have concerns after radioactive material was found in their community.
And hundreds of jobs are coming to a central Kentucky town. The details are just ahead.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome into you. I'm Rebecca Smith.
And I'm Bill Bryant. It is so good to have you with us here on this Friday morning. And we're facing a nice weekend, it looks like.
Yeah.
Chilly out there right now.
Yeah, Mike, you just have to get through a little bit of cold, right?
That's exactly right. One more winter day in the forecast, and then we look toward the weekend. The weekend looks phenomenal. Let's talk about what's going on this morning. As I drove off into work here in Lexington, had a few flakes, few flurries. That's about it. None of that's going to cause any issues. Where I do see a minor chance at a few issues, far north and back toward the east. That is your best bet, and maybe some light accumulation out and about, especially the elevated surfaces. Temperatures are in the 30s, lower 30s, but we'll finish off in the mid to upper 30s later on today with those morning flakes. Afternoon actually looks dry with mostly cloudy skies. Our focus of the forecast, though, is these temperatures soar toward the weekend. What are we expecting? Because when temperatures start to soar this time of year, you know a system is on its way. I'll talk all about that, and I'll show you how high we go with those temperatures coming up.
Okay, that's in a bit. Let's get to the news.
So it was destroyed by a massive fire last month, but the owners of Bluegrass Stockyards have promised to rebuild.
And just yesterday, the state announced that it is planning to help in that rebuilding process. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from City Hall, joining us now with more on the rebuilding plans. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. We could finally get a better idea of what the future of the Bluegrass Stockyards will look like in just a few hours here at the City Government Center. At 9:30, the Chief Operations Officer as well as the Mayor are expected to give us an idea of what's ahead for the Stockyards during a press conference. Now, the large operation, as you may remember very well, burned to the ground back on Lyle Industrial Avenue in January, and after that happened, many communities interested in the Stockyards started asking them to relocate. The COO of the company told me that they wanted to stay in Lexington, but that would be extremely costly because it's much more expensive to rebuild here. This morning we're learning that the cost may not be as much of an issue anymore. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, the state has approved nearly $550,000 in tax incentives for the Stockyards to be rebuilt in Lexington. The Stockyards is investing $11.9 million on their end. The new operation may take shape over on Ironworks Pike. The Georgetown News graphic is reporting that the mayor told the city council earlier this week that the Stockyards would likely be built near the Scott County line. Of course, we're hoping to get a better idea of when construction could start and the size and scope of the new Stockyards, possibly from this press conference later this morning. As always, we will keep you updated with the very latest on air and online. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you.
Yeah, community members were shocked after state officials say low-level radioactive waste was illegally dumped in an Estill County landfill.
Waste management officials say the radioactive material poses no threat, but Estill County officials and the people there are not convinced. WKYT's Mike Byer is joining us from our live desk with continuing coverage on this major story.
Community members were shocked after state officials say low-level radioactive waste had been legally dumped in an Estill County landfill. State officials tell us they received a tip last month about radioactive material being dumped into the Blue Ridge landfill in Irvine. Upon investigating, they discovered 47 boxes of radioactive waste, each the size of a dumpster. State officials say the boxes were dumped by a West Virginia company sometime between July and November of last year. Now, Illinois is the only state that is allowed to dump radioactive waste in Kentucky. Additionally, the radioactive level of the material that was buried was at least 340 times more than the amount that is allowed to be buried at a solid waste landfill. Officials say the landfill does have a liner and the material has been buried.
Preliminary investigation of our radiation health branch employees indicates that there is no radiation level above what we would normally expect in the background at the surface of this landfill.
Now, the emergency management director with Estill County tells us the state's assured him that the material is not a public health threat. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Well, for more coverage on this story, including a letter to the state that was sent to landfills around Kentucky, go to WKYT.com or the WKYT News app.
Obviously, a lot of questions that people have in that area about that. All right, Lexington police have issued a warning regarding the safety of your car.
Yeah, in the last month alone, police say they've received nearly 50 reports of cars being stolen throughout the city. Michelle Chamberlain is joining us live with tips from police on how to avoid becoming a victim.
Good morning. Yeah, Lexington police want to warn you if you're considering warming up your car this morning to think again. Think again because there has been a spike in thefts from people stealing cars, from people leaving their cars unattended while they're warming up. As a matter of fact, there have been reports of 50 cars over the past month that have been stolen, and out of the 50, 14 of those thefts have been cars that are running and left unattended. Now, Lexington police want to warn you that it's not safe to leave your car running and left alone. It's actually against city ordinance, too. Here's another stat. 16 of the 50 cars stolen had a spare key in the car. So just a reminder to not leave an extra key in your car. Also, be cautious of leaving valuables in your car too. Those items definitely make your car more attractive to thieves. So just a reminder this morning, not only is it illegal to leave your car left alone and running, it's also not safe, and just having your car stolen in the morning is probably not the best way to start off your day. Live in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Well, it sure wouldn't be, and that is an incredible number, 50 in the last month. Thank you very much for the report. A grand jury has indicted 5 people in a vote-buying investigation out of Magoffin County. Those charged include Larry Shepard, who is the husband of the Magoffin County Clerk Renee Arnett Shepard. The grand jury claims 4 of the people indicted, including Larry Shepard, conspired to buy votes for the county clerk and for Judge Executive Doc Harden during the 2014 elections. The 5th person is accused of helping with vote buying.
Police say one person was killed, another severely injured following a crash in southern Kentucky. This happened yesterday afternoon on Highway 192 near College Park Drive in London. Police say a car was making a left turn when an SUV T-boned it. The Laurel County coroner says the driver of the car, 17-year-old Christopher Hubbard, died in that crash. Police say a passenger in the car was airlifted to the hospital and is in critical condition this morning. Police say both Hubbard and his passenger were Clay County High School students attending classes at a community college in London.
Thanks to an Indiana company, 300 new jobs are coming to Woodford County. State officials say more than a bakery, that's the name of the business, will invest more than $57 million to build a new plant on Big Sink Pike in Versailles. Employees will make cookies, crackers, and other foods for major food brands and retailers. Construction is scheduled to begin sometime this summer, and the plant will open by the end of 2017. Encouraging sign over there.
Yeah, very much so.
WKYT this morning just getting started. The time this morning coming up on 5:08.
A California couple now celebrating 70 years of marriage. Wow, that's a long time. Their secret to endless love just ahead.
And U.S. lawmakers are now accusing Takata of faking data to cover up their faulty airbag issue. Now look at a newly released report when WKYT This Morning returns.
Still a few snow showers out and about, especially back toward the east early this morning. But you know what? That fades during the morning hours. Afternoon looks much better. And then we really jump temperatures this weekend. I'll have all that coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Still a few flakes out and about early this morning, especially back toward the east. That's where you're getting the snow showers. Around here in Lexington, I can vouch for this. A few flurries flying around. None of that's going to be a big issue. And none of this really is going to be a big issue. But we could see some light accumulation back toward the east, especially once you get into the mountainous regions. Far northern Kentucky, you're getting a few snow showers. I don't see many issues out of this, but Maysville heads up. You got one little clip that's heading right to you at that interchange of the AA highway and also Highway 68. That's where you're going to be seeing this roll on through here in just the next 5 to 10 minutes. You're getting some snow showers now, but it really picks up here in the next 5-10 minutes. 64 and back toward the east. You get into the Appalachians. That's where you're going to be seeing the possibility of some light accumulation. This could be on some of the roads, but for the most part, it's going to be the grass, elevated surfaces. That's where you're going to be seeing this. Still roads, still relatively warm, about 35 to 40 degrees at this moment, as those temperatures yesterday actually took a toll on some of those roads. But they were still not that cold. I mean, it's chilly outside, don't get me wrong, but it's not extremely cold. You're not getting that stream air in here. When these systems roll on through, they're just not bringing that Arctic air. They're not tapping into it. About 8 or 9 a.m., that's where we start to see those snowflakes fade away. And then we get into your afternoon. Afternoon's honestly not that bad. It's going to be chilly, don't get me wrong. It's one more winter day, 37 degrees. That's about 8 degrees below average. Then we hit the evening. There's nothing going on afternoon and evening. It's just all about the temperatures. So if you're heading out to eat, if you have any plans, any basketball games, high school basketball games, anything going on, as you're traveling to that, you have no worries whatsoever. You just got to bundle up. Nicer weekend. No reason to bundle up this weekend except for the morning hours. Afternoons, you're talking about 50 degrees there on Saturday, 64 on Sunday. The reason why there's such a big jump there from Saturday and Sunday is because you're starting to get those winds really pumping in on Sunday. You're talking 20, 30, maybe even 40 miles per hour. And this is out ahead of our next system. And our next system coming through on Monday isn't that big of a system. Typically when you get this warm, you actually have a big system roll through, but it's not going to happen this time around. A shower chance there on Monday, yes, but it's off toward Wednesday that we actually see that big system roll on through. And that will give us another shot at some heavy rain and even the chance at a few snowflakes flying across the region. That system has trended north. And why is that good for us? Because the ones that come in from the south, that's what brings in all that moisture and that collides with the cold air. That gives us the most snow. But this system has trended north, meaning if it stays north of us, it won't have much moisture to actually tap into. So we'll have some snow chances, but it doesn't look like a big hefty snowmaker anytime soon, and that's good news. Most of your forecasts, like spring-like forecasts, above average.
That
looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can sneak right on into spring.
We'll try.
Right?
We'll try.
There you go. Time this morning is 5:14, and a California couple has just celebrated 70 years together as husband and wife.
What is that? That's more than a golden anniversary. It's a major one. Ed Shevick is 93, his wife Florence 91. They first met in Chicago back in the 40s. Family members say they love to tell the story about how they first met, and that was connected in a rowboat. Ed served in World War II, but while he was away, they wrote each other at least 5 times a week. The couple attributes their longevity to the fact that they follow the same ritual every night.
Fuck her up. I have lipstick on. We don't go to bed without kissing each other.
Every night.
Very important.
It seems to work.
I love you.
It seems to work for him. The happy couple says that they walked holding hands nearly every day for the last 70 years. They have 2 kids, 1 grandchild, and a recently born great-grandchild. Congratulations to them.
What a love story, huh?
Oh, they're cool.
That is commitment. All right, it is 5:15 on WKYT and your Friday morning.
We have a look at your money. Stick around with us.
Puerto Rico may see a partial government shutdown, and President Obama remembers lessons learned from his very first job. I'm Marley Hall, and I'll have those stories and more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Hey, good morning and welcome back into WKYT this morning. 5:18 is our time, and Wall Street is going for a three-peat today.
President Obama credits scooping ice cream for teaching him valuable life lessons. Marley Hall has the latest on your money.
Wall Street is hoping for a three-peat today. Stocks rose for the second day in a row Thursday after a favorable report for durable goods orders. The Dow gained 212 points. The Nasdaq added 39. The U.S. Treasury Department says Puerto Rico could see a partial government shutdown if Congress doesn't act soon. The U.S. territory has $72 million in public debt and has asked Washington for a bailout, but so far nothing is in the works. And President Obama says his first job as a teenager scooping ice cream at Baskin-Robbins taught him a valuable lesson about hard work and responsibility. He's calling on businesses to recruit, train, and mentor teenagers for their first jobs this summer. That's your Money Watch. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. In New York, I'm Marley Hall.
Well, U.S. lawmakers are accusing Takata of faking test results to cover up the exploding airbag issue. A report from the Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee shows evidence that data on inflator quality and testing was manipulated to hide the problems. Safety administrators say that defective airbags could potentially send metal fragments flying if they're deployed, which can cause serious injury or even death. Takata's recall on defective airbags now involves 14 vehicle manufacturers and millions of U.S. vehicles. The Highway Traffic Safety Administration calls it the largest and most complex safety recall in U.S. history. Well, our time this morning is 5:20. Good to have you along here on your Friday.
There's still a whole lot more to come, including sports on the way next.
It was senior night at Memorial Coliseum last night for just one senior, Janae Thompson, and boy, did she go out in style against Missouri. And we've got highlights of the boys' 42nd District shootout between Henry Clay and Scott County. The highlights are on the way.
Looking over toward the east, that's where we still have some snow showers flying across the area. We still have a few flakes, no doubt about it, I-75 and back toward the west, but that's where you could see some very light accumulation across the region. Far east and southeast that you go. Temperatures are there in the 30s this morning, and we get into the afternoon. We'll pretty much stay that way. We'll add about 5 degrees to what you're seeing there on the screen, so it's going to be a chilly day in store today. But I promise you, we hit the weekend, it's going to feel much better. I'm going to talk all about your weekend forecast coming up. First, let's check out sports, see what's going on.
Senior night for the UK women. The Cats hosting Missouri in a very important SEC matchup. Janae Thompson going through the Ring of Honor. That was her only purposeful stumble as the only UK senior on senior night. A big hug waiting for her from Matthew Mitchell, and then the senior went to work. The crossover dribble and the jumper. Kentucky leads 20-14. Just before the half, Evelyn Akator, the jumper, 15 points, 9 rebounds. Kentucky up 39-26 at halftime. We move to the third. Michaela F. scores through the contact. Strong play and one. 14 points for Michaela, but it was the Tigers who were really flexing their muscles in the third. They come all the way back. Morgan Stock rattles into 3, and Mizzou has the advantage, but Thompson would take over the fourth quarter. First the 3, Cats back in front 56-51, then on the move in the lane. Scoop and score. One more jumper coming up from Janae. A 12-point fourth quarter for the senior, a career-high 24 as Kentucky gets the win 69-59. Great game for Janae Thompson. Alex Poythress returned to the court earlier this week, and he looked great too, coming off a knee injury which forced him to miss 5 games. Poythress was strong inside. He scored 14 points in 17 minutes against Alabama, and he was the player John Calipari has been wanting to see. Let's see what he does against Vandy this weekend. The boys' 42nd District Championship on the line last night. Henry Clay and Scott County. The Cardinals swept the regular season matchups, and they start the highlights here. Bryce Long for 3. He had 16 cards by 2. Then Leander Ridgway takes over the quarter. Back the other way, the southpaw drills a 3 of his own. In transition, Isaiah Tisdale ahead to Ridgway again for 3. He had 31 in the game. Tisdale had 33. Scott County the other way. Clem Dameron misses, but Cooper Robb sneaks in, gets the putback in the foul. Robb with 19, but Ridgway and company, along with Tisdale, they combined for 64 of the 85, and they win 85-77. And tonight on Game Time, more district basketball championship games. That's a look at sports. Enjoy the day.